Today we are going to model a simple stage coach in Blender. So this is the default view. I am going to delete everything, and here I am going to add a circle. Shift A, and here add a circle, and press tab to go to the edit mode. And here we have this circle with the vertices. We want to fill this circle so it have a face. So press F. It has a face now. Press 2. So you are in the edge selection mode. You can also do it from here. And I'm going to select all of this loop, or we can select this face and E to extrude it, and extrude it that much, and that's enough. Or we can move it a little bit more, like that. And now I'm going to select this one and E to extrude. Now we want to scale it, and but don't we don't want to scale it in the Z direction, so we have to lock the uh, scale in the X and Y direction. So S to scale, and now we want to limit the scale in the Z direction, so Shift and Z. Now you can see the X and Y axis as here, so this extrusion is only scaling in X and Y direction, like that. And then E to extrude, and extrude it till this position. Now for this one, I'm going to add some loops here. So Control R and add loops here, like that. And now we basically want to scale this top face with the proportional editing, and make sure you are in the smooth. Okay. So in front of you as to scale, and scale it little bit and move this one, scale it and move it, like that. That's enough. Now I'm going to select this one and extrude it a little bit. Not extrude it, scale it without the proportional editing, like that, like that. And here we are going to select this face. So make sure you are in the face selection mode. Press Alt and click here. So it will select this loop. I'm going to press Shift T to duplicate it, and then P to separate it by the selection. So now this face is separate. You can see in the outliner we have to. Okay, so go to the object mode here, and for this circle, I'm going to name it ring. And this circle, we are going to call it the base of the wheel. We are designing the wheel first. Okay, now I am going to select this ring and press tab to go to the edit mode. And here I'm going to select this complete loop, or press 2 and select the front loop and a little bit above, like that. And then we are going to extrude and then scale it, like that. Then again extrude and then scale, extrude and scale, extrude and scale as much as you want. Don't worry about the proportion, you just keep adding them, having some distance. Then E and extrude, like that, and E and extrude, like that. Okay, now I'm going to select all of these loops, press 3. So you are in the face selection mode. I'm going to select this face, all of these faces. First we have to fill this one, so I'm going to select this loop, like that, and then press F to fill it. Okay, now press 3. You are in the face selection mode. We miss a step here, and then this locked face, and we are going to move it downward, like that. Okay, it's looking good. Now I'm going to select this face, and I insert them, insert this face, like that, then again I, and like that. Now make sure this face is selected. Go to proportional editing, and here we want to activate the proportional editing and select sphere. And now we are going to scale it, like that, like that. It's good. Now make sure you select this face, and Shift and Alt, select this loop and then this loop, and this one, and deactivate the proportional editing and E to move it like that. Okay, now make sure you are in the edge selection mode. You can do that by pressing the 2 shortcut or the do it manually here. So select these two loops and we are going to add a bevel. Control B, add bevel like that. Okay, it's looking good like that. Okay, now at this point we are going to add some sockets, or we can make the wheel. Not sockets, the name I don't know the right name, but some wooden parts going in that way. So we have this wheel. Okay. Now for these parts, here we have these two parts, and we can select this part and then this part and control B to set the parent with this one. Now if we move this one, we can move all of this object, and now I am going to rotate it in around the y-axis. So RY and press 90, RY and press -90, so it's moved in that direction. Okay, so at this point I am going to press Shift A and we are going to add a cube here. So now I am going to make this cube very smaller and then move it above like that and move it like that, and Control A, applied all transformation, and then region to geometry. We can do that. And at this point I'm going to go to the edit mode by pressing the tab, and let's just make it a little bit smaller by S and Y like that, and S and X, scale it like that, and select this top face, this one, and we are going to press E to extrude and extrude it like that, a little bit more like that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the eye selection mode and select all of these edges, rotate this model and keep selecting these four edges, and here we are going to add a bevel here. Control B, we are going to add bevel like that, and for this part here we want this slope, so I'm going to select all of these circular loop and move it like that, so we have this slope. And now I am going to select this bottom face and scale it in every direction like that. It's looking good. Now I am going to select this one and press 1, so we can see this part must fit here. So it's good. S and X, make it like that. Okay, press tab to go to the object mode, and here for the snap option I am going to make face project, and we are going to select this one, G, and move it like that, so this is projected on this surface, these two faces, and we have here a shape, and Control A and apply all transformation. Okay, now at this point we want a circular array here, so we can do that by modifier and select this one and add a array. So now you can see it's having the array in the extraction like that, but we don't want the relative offset, we want the object offset. So select the object offset, and for the object we are going to add a empty, so Shift A, and we are going to add a empty plain axis and just scale it so we can see it. So select this one, and for the object select this axis, okay, like that. And here you can see something is happening. So now select this axis, Control A, and apply all transformation because we scale it. So now you can see we are not able to see the array. So here how much these wooden parts you needed, you have to count here, and now you have to rotate this in between. So the rotation angle depend on the array type, the number of the array. So it's 8 array. We are going to add the count, and this plane axis we have to rotate it according to this count. So basically the total angle of this circular array is 360. So we have to divide this 8 by 360. So let it make it 10 and see. So the angle will be 36. So I am going to rotate around the rx like that. And here how much is the total angle? 36. So 36 like that. So we have this circular array like that. And if you want to change the size of this one, now you have to just change the size of this single, and everything will be this will also work with the other because we added the circular array, and here we have this modifier. Okay, it's looking good. Now just go here, shift A, and add a circle here and rotate it around the y-axis or y90, and then just scale it like that, and shift A, sorry, control A, and we apply all transform and go to tab and select everything, press 3, and then just scale it so it's just crossing this. Okay, so now E to extrude. So select everything and E to extrude. Sorry, make sure you are in the vertex selection mode and E to extrude it. And now we have this extrusion in the x-axis like that. And we have to make sure this one is in the middle like that. Just move it so it's in the middle. Don't worry if this is intersecting this part, we have to extrude now these. So press 3, you are in the face selection mode, select all of these, and now we are going to E and S to extrude it like that. It's looking good. And for this part, we are going to add the subdivision surface and make its level to 2. And here you can see we have this a good shape, a good circular shape. And now we have to just add a edge crease for these two edges. So make sure you are in the edge selection mode. So on these edges, we want a little effect of this subdivision surface. So right click, and here you can see the edge crease. You can also do it by shift A, and now you can see its effect. If we are making this effect less, it has more effect of the subdivision surface, but if we are going to make it 1, it will not have any effect. So just something like that is good. Okay, and shade smooth it, and also add a loop here, control R like that, and also shade smooth this one, and auto smooth the normals, and also shade smooth this one and auto smooth the normals, and also for this one shade smooth and auto smooth the normals. Okay, so this is the wheel part. We just designed it. Now we just have to add a uh, circular ring around this wheel. So select this one, and here we have to select all of these faces like that, and shift D to duplicate it and place it in the initial position. Press B to separate this, and here we have this circle, and it's also wheel, metallic ring or metal ring. Okay, now select this one, and for this one we are going to apply a solidify and a little bit. So a selection mode, select this one because we duplicated them and duplicated it. It also has this effect of the edge crease. So shift E, and we can reduce this effect. Let's check with the subdivision surface. just smaller quantity of this ring, and we can select this one, go to edit mode, select everything and scale it in X direction as X, like that. So we have this metal ring at this position. Okay, so this is the complete wheel. Now we just have to join everything for this wheel to the initial object. So select this one, this one, this one, and also this empty. Where is the empty? This empty, and we have to select the base and control J, not control J, control P, and we are going to parent it with the object. Now if we move this base, you can see we can move everything, and still this empty is not empty is also attached. Select this empty again and select this one and shift sorry, control P to parent it. So now if we move it, we are also able to move the empty. Okay, so this collection is the wheel collection. I am going to double click it on, name it big wheel. We will have two types of wheels, and here I'm going to right click and select all objects and just move it here at this position. Okay, so at this point we are going to add another plane. We just parent everything with the base and name it to the name this collection the big wheel, and just move it at this point. So next I am going to right click and add a new collection, and this is the this will be the body parts for the stagecoach. Okay, now and again right click on this and select objects and just move it like that. So we have enough space here. So now the simple steps, we just have to follow these steps, shift A, and we are going to add a plane here and rotate it around the y-axis, RY and 90 like that. And just I'm going to scale it SX, SY, sorry, like that, SY, yeah, SY, like that. Okay, and then SZ, like that. So control, select everything, shift transform, apply the scale and everything. Now press tab to go to the edit mode and control R. And now I am going to basically add uh, two loops here like that. Okay, and now I am going to press 1. So you are in the vertex selection mode. I am to select this vertex and this vertex and control B, this body, control shift B, sorry, select this vertex and control shift P, so we can bevel these vertices like that, like that. Okay, so this body, it will be a simple body. We are not going to add too much details. So this is just the simple process for the beginner. So press 3, select this one and these two faces and press I to insert them. So basically it will add another face like that at this point, and also select this one and press I to insert them like that. And now I'm going to scale it in the Z direction, S and Z. So as you can see, we are just using the simple tools, move tool, extrude tool, loop cut tools, but by adding the geometry, you only have to keep things in mind that how you shape this object. You have to place how you place these vertices, these edges, and what the shape you are getting. So we call this thing the topology, how the edge flow is moving. And this theory, if you are learning Blender, you also have to learn these things about the topology. So it will be like that. And these are all closer to each other. Okay. Now at this point, we have you can see we have a face here, here, here. So press 3. I'm going to select these three faces, and these are removed. So press X to delete these faces. So now you can see these faces are removed, and this is the and these are the windows for the stagecoach. Okay. So now I am going to select. Basically, we will extrude this we will mirror it and then extrude it. So I am going to press A to select everything and just move it like that. So for the body, and here I'm going to add a solidify, and let's see, like that. We are adding this, add it in the other direction like that. And now I am going to select these edges. So select this edge, press 2 to click here to deactivate this subdivision. Select this edge, press Shift Alt, and I'm going to manually select all of these edges. Select all of these edges and here extrude it in the Z direction like that. Check it with the extrusion. Okay, now again hide it and press. Now I have to select all of these external loops like that and apply a mirror modifier here, and we want to mirror it around this x-axis. We have to apply all the scales. Okay, and then x, so you can see this these meshes is mirrored around here like that, you can see it. Okay, now we have to activate this clipping and make sure all of the external loops is, loop or the edges is selected. Then E to extrude it, and make sure you lock this extrusion in the X direction, and when you click here like that, move in this direction, it will merge with each other like that. So here you can see we have this simpler body of this state coach, and that detail is enough. You can add as much as you want, like you can add some pipes for this port here, but for me I am going to make it simple, so it does not take much time. Okay. So next we have to add the bottom structure for this wheel. So simple Control A, and we are going to add a plane and just extrude this sorry, scale this plane like that and move it in the bottom side like here, just like that. Like that. And Control A, apply all transformation. Press tab to go to the edit mode, and now select this edge and this edge, and we don't need it this edge, so select these two and delete these edges. Now you can see we only have these two edges and there is no face between them. Then go to the object mode. So these two edges we want to convert it into the curve. So go to object, and here you can see the convert. Where is the convert? Here you can see, or you can also click right click and convert it to curve. So now you can see we have the curve here, and as we have the curve here, we can also add the profile to this curve. So go here, and here you can see the geometry, and under the bevel add some depth, and now you can see it's extruding a circular shape, but we don't want that. Or if you want, you can keep that, but for me I'm going to click here to this profile, and now you can see we have this shape of this profile like that. So we are going to make it basically a square. So, and the corners are round. So just click here on this line, this linear line in the middle like that. And this point we are going to move it. We are going to move it here like that. So as you can see, we have a shape like that and like this point here. And here we also have a bottom point here. If we check it, x value is 1. I am going to give it a smooth. I am going to click here to add a point here, and for this point this x I want to keep it 1, and also here, and for this its y value is 1, so I'm going to select this one and put y 1 like that, and this one we can play with it like that. So this is the shape which we just got it, and for the resolution I'm going to make it 6. So good. If I am going to press tab, go to edit mode, you can see we have these two curves, 2 points only, and we have this shape. So I am going to press A to select everything, and S to scale, and scale it in the X direction to make them closer like that. S and X like that. S and X like that. Okay, it's good. And again Shift D to duplicate it. And now we are going to rotate it around the Z or Z and 90. So it's rotated like that. Now press tab to go to the edit mode, press A to select everything, and scale it, like compress it, decrease its length, so S and X like that. And if we go to the profile, here we can make 0.6, so it decrease its uh, the size of its square like that. It's good. Okay, now again I am going to duplicate them, these two, Shift D to duplicate it, and now we are going to rotate it around R and Y like that, and make it 90 like that. We have press tab to go to edit mode, A to select everything, and basically S and Z like that. Press 1 and G to place it here, and make sure the points are crossing this one and also touching this base. We can also select everything S and Z like that. Mhm. Okay, and we can also decrease its zero point 0.4 is good. So these are like welded with each other. We can select them, and S and X, and S and Y to make it a little bit closer like that, and tab select this one, select everything, S and Y to make it in the middle like that. So just have to move it to place it in a good position. Okay, so now for this wheel I am going to, okay, for this one, Shift Control A, apply all transformation, and select this one, go to the modifier, and add a mirror modifier around the x-axis, so we have these two spots on the other sides. Okay, now select this one, this wheel. So as you know that the wheels of the state coaches, the front is smaller wheel, and the backside wheel is very big. So I am going to select this big wheel, this whole, and select objective, so it will select this one, select this big wheel, and select the objects. selecting the, okay, we have to place these one in the body parts, just move them. So this one is the collection of the wheel. So when basically we added the parts, these planes for the body, the big wheel uh, collection was selected. So all of these components are added in the big wheel. Now we just move it into the body. Now select the big wheel, right click and select object. So it will select this one. And press 1. So you are in the front view. Place it here. Press 3. You are in the right view. Just move it at this position. Select it. Now we just have to use the move tool. And as it has the symmetry, so this will be the back side. Just make sure it's touching with the thread. Select these and just move it a little bit. So I'm going to select this face and like that. So it's basically touching this one. Okay, no, so this is the whole collection for this big wheel, and we basically want it also in the other side. So I am going to select this one and go here to add and collection in instances, and here we are going to select big wheel, and now you can see we have a collection here, and then press F3, and we are going to find mirror local x-axis. So this whole instances or mirror along with this x-axis. So here you can see, you okay, now we are going to select this one and we are going to duplicate the complete collection and big wheel. This is the small wheel and we are going to select this one and select objects and just move here at this position and make sure everything for this collection is selected, and we are going to press S to scale it, S to scale it like that, and move it and just place it at this position, right? And now for this one, as you can see, this wheel is small. Press 3 and small wheel and select objects, and basically we want it this pieces and this piece touching the same ground. So something like that, and now just move it at this position. Okay, now I'm going to click here and tab. So we are in the edit mode and select this one and E to extrude and in the Z direction like that. Okay, just move this one G and Z little bit up like that, and I'm going to select this small wheel collection and press 1 and move like that. So this small wheel we also have, and now select this and go here, select the objects, go here, add and collection, which collection we want to have the small wheel collection and then go here to F3 and search this one, object mirror local x-axis. Now you can see it's also mirrored here, but we when we did this one, we made a mistake. Basically, we have to select these two and then extrude it, but no issue. E and Z, and just make sure that they complete. Okay, so here we have this stagecoach, a simple stagecoach, and now select everything and just move it a bit above because these parts are touching with it. G and Z like that. Okay, so this is the stagecoach and very simple one. We just use the simple tool, simple object to design it, and now you can just assign the textures or and for this one thing is left, these sides are open, so go here and here we have this one fill gaps, select for everyone. Okay, as we have a circular shape here, so you can just move these two, select everything and S and Y like that, and also select this one, yeah, select everything S and Y. And subdivision surface, sorry, this solidify was not active, that why it has just the plane, not the thickness. So it's good if you want to apply the color, just apply the simple colors for the wood. This one is also wood, this one is also wood, this one is also wood, and this one is wood. Add a new material, metal, make it metallic and add the material. So I'm just going to stop the video because the length is already increased, but you can just texture it or color it as you like.